design education is changing in that there's so much to know that it's really hard to capture everything within a studio. That students have to develop a lot of expertise in particular areas that they can integrate in a studio experience. So we're changing our curriculum in a number of areas to really let the students develop more specific expertise in particular areas that they can then bring together and integrate in the studio experience. Professional practice in the design field is changing. It's becoming much more interdisciplinary. We have to collaborate with systems are becoming much more complex, and we need to be able to collaborate with people in other fields. We're also seeing that design students have the skills that are applicable in a broad array of different settings. And so I don't think there's really the traditional path that we've seen historically for students. The other thing we're seeing in terms of how practice is changing, it's becoming much more global. And we think it's very important for our students to have international experiences. So we have, both in architecture and industrial design, a number of collaborations in both Europe and especially in Asia, because that's where a lot of the work is and a lot of the innovation is taking place. I think that a more robust dialogue between the education community and the practice community could help us shape the curriculum to produce students that really fit into today's practice. But I think that it could also open up opportunities for research that universities are very good at, that we see a lot of the large firms creating their own internal research capabilities, but they could marry those up with the expertise in the universities to really, I think, have much more rigorous research programs. I think it's important for organizations like the Design Futures Council to really create a platform or a forum for discussion among both educators and practitioners. I think there needs to really be an opportunity for dialogue between practice and the education community. And over the years, I don't think that has been as robust as it's needed to be. And so I think the Design Futures Council really has an opportunity to foster that dialogue and make that a two-way conversation.